In Smogon competitive singles, you usually hear about banned Pokémon and sometimes even banned abilities, but in rare cases even items get hit with the ban hammer. Whether they're too strong, too cheesy, or just too annoying to deal with, these items are simply not allowed in competitive play. Today we're breaking down all of these banned items, and some of these might even surprise you. Let's take a look at every banned item and why they got banned in competitive singles. Soldu is the signature item of the Lottie twins. It gives them a 50% boost to both their special attack and special defense, which is essentially a free Calm Mind boost without needing to set up. Latias is allowed in the Gen 4 OU tier, but only because Soldu is banned. With Soldu, Latias would be far too strong for the tier. It's already a difficult Pokemon to deal with in Switching 2 thanks to its high special attack, strong moves, and also good bulk and defensive typing. But with boosted special stats, it becomes extremely difficult to wear down and counter on the special side. The same logic also applies to Latios, which is allowed in Gen 5 OU and the generations after, and Soldu actually stayed banned until Generation 7 when it finally got nerfed. Instead of boosting both special attack and special defense, it not only increases the power of the Lottie twins' Dragon and Psychic type moves by 20%. This change made it much more manageable and allowed the item to be reintroduced without breaking the metagame. Quick Claw was banned from Gen 4 OU back in 2023 because it's considered uncompetitive. Quick Claw is an item that gives its holder a 20% chance to move first in its priority bracket at the start of each turn. The item introduces too much randomness that can completely take the game out of the better player's hands. While it only has a 20% chance to activate on a given turn, it's usually equipped on bulky and strong Pokemon like Rhyperior, Metagross, or Tyranitar that can take multiple hits before fainting and increasing the chances of Quick Claw activating as a result. These are Pokemon with high damage output and the potential to one-shot opposing threats, especially when using setup moves, making a surprise Quick Claw activation game-changing. It's especially problematic on something like Machamp, which was not banned at the time, where a Quick Claw boosted Dynamic Punch not only hits first but also confuses the opponent, potentially dismantling any counterplay. And speaking of counterplay, there is really none to this item. You can't reliably prepare for Quick Claw because most players expect standard, consistent items like a Leftovers or Choice Band set, and even if you are aware of Quick Claw, you are still at the mercy of the 20% chance activation. You could argue that in 80% of cases the item is useless for the user, but to that I would say, is it better to have a 20% chance to score a KO on a faster threat or 0%? This unpredictability combined with its potential to swing games unfairly is what led to the ban. Quick Claw is actually only banned in Gen 4 and none of the other generations. Back in 2021, the items Lax, Incense and Bright Powder along with the abilities Snow Cloak and Sand Veil were banned from Gen 8 OU, with other metagames eventually following. These items and abilities are used purely to increase a Pokemon's evasion stat, which many players agree is not a competitive strategy. Smogon already had an evasion clause in place, banning moves like Double Team and Minimize for the same reason, so Smogon is no stranger to evasion boosting strats. Just like Quick Claw, these mechanics are based on chance and don't involve any real skill or decision making. Neither player has control over whether an attack randomly misses due to evasion, and when these items are combined with the aforementioned abilities, the problem becomes even worse. It creates inconsistent and frustrating games, which is exactly what competitive play tries to avoid as much as possible. Earlier in 2021, King's Rock was banned from Gen 8 OU, with other metagames also following shortly after. The main reason for the ban was Cloyster. On its own, Cloyster is not overpowered, but when paired with King's Rock and its ability Skill Link, it becomes extremely difficult to deal with. Skill Link makes all multi-hit moves hit the maximum number of times. Cloyster uses this with moves like Icicle Spear and Rock Blast to consistently land 5 hits. King's Rock gives a 10% chance flinch to to any move that doesn't already have a flinch chance, and since it applies to every individual hit, Cloyster ends up having a 41% chance to flinch the opponent. On top of that, it has access to Shell Smash, which sharply boosts its attacking speed, allowing it to outspeed most of the metagame while also doing good damage. It can also run Ice Shard for priority, which means even faster threats have a chance to get flinched. This combination now allowed Cloyster to flinch down traditional counters like Melmetal and Slowbro, while King's Rock Cloyster is not a new threat by any means. It saw a huge rise in popularity during Gen 8 OU. Cloyster even climbed into the OU tier and surpassed staples like Zapdos, Blissey and Slowbro in usage. As a result, King's Rock was banned to stop this uncompetitive threat, and Fang was banned as well, since it does have the exact same effect. Back in 2022, gems were banned from the Gen 5 OU metagame. Type-specific gems are a group of items unique to Gen 5 that give a 50% boost to the first move used that matches the gem's type. For a long time, gems were considered a niche option, but around 2021 they started to become much more common in competitive play. Some of the most notable users included Quifferdance Volcarona with Bug Gem, Shell Smash Cloyster with Ice or Rock Gem, Swords Dance Breloom with Fighting or Grass Gem, and Calm Mind Latios with a Dragon Gem. These Pokemon were already some of the most threatening in the tier, and the added burst damage from gems made them even harder to prepare for. The unpredictability and power of a single boosted hit could easily break through supposed counters or force overly specific prep. While Z-moves from Gen 7 function similar to gems, the key difference is that gems have no team limit. You could theoretically run 6 gem users on one team, which adds to the pressure they create. As their usage grew and they became more oppressive, the community was split between either banning specific Pokemon or just banned gems as a whole. To settle this, the council held a runoff vote with options to ban gems entirely, ban Volcarona, ban Cloyster, ban both, or ban nothing. In the end, banning gems as a whole was the end result. The topic came up again in December 2022, but after discussion, gems remained banned from Gen 5 OU. And there you have it. These are all the banned items in competitive play from what I could find. Let me know in the comments if you did not know any of these items were banned, and if you made it to the end of the video, please leave a like and also subscribe if you are new. If you want to support the channel even more, you can also become a member for as little as $1, and you will see your name on the end screen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.